Greetings. This is Brother Eli. Welcome to Bible Truth Revealed. This channel is dedicated to exposing the lies of Christianity and revealing biblical truth. On this channel, we worship and serve the Most High God of Israel only. This teaching is entitled Exposing the Diabolical Star of Ræphan. That is, exposing the diabolical star of Ræphan. This teaching is a rebuke against rebellious Israelites who knowingly use and promote the Star of Ræphan while claiming it is the Star of David or Shield of David. Here is an example.
The Shield of David, right? Is it the Star of Molech? Is it the Star of Moloch and Remphan, right? Because you have a lot of fake Israelites, a lot of fake groups who attempt to say that the Shield of David, as you see on my necklace, right? And the patch on my clothing and garments, and the school seal behind us is not of God.
Apart from our rebellious brethren, there are Israelites who innocently wear and use the six-pointed star. When these people discover that there is no such thing as a Star of David and that they have been deceived into wearing an image which displeases the Most High, these innocent people will repent by throwing the diabolical star in the trash where it belongs. Amos chapter 5 verses 26 to 27. I'm reading Amos chapter 5 verses 26 to 27 in the Brenton Septuagint translation. It reads thus: Yea, ye took up the tabernacle of Moloch and the star of your god Ræphan. The star of your God, this is not the Most High, it's the God of rebellious Israelites. The star of your God Ræphan, the images of them which ye made for yourselves. And I will carry you away beyond Damascus, saith the Most High. The Almighty is his name. During the time of the prophet Amos, there were rebellious Israelites who made images of the false gods Moloch and Ræphan. A quick Google search reveals that the image of Moloch was a bull, while the image of Ræphan was a six-pointed star. Moloch and Ræphan are two of the false gods of the pagans who lived in the land of Canaan. Before our forefathers entered the land of Canaan, the Most High warned them not to copy the way the heathens acted towards their gods. We can find this in Deuteronomy chapter 12, verses 29 to 30. Deuteronomy chapter 12, verses 29 to 30 reads thus: And if the Most High shall utterly destroy the nations to whom thou goest in thither to inherit their land from before thee, and thou shalt inherit it and dwell in their land, take heed to thyself. This means be careful that thou seek not to follow them after they are destroyed before thee, saying, How do these nations act towards their gods? I will do likewise. Again, we were warned not to copy the heathen in how they acted towards their gods. One of the things that the heathen did was create images of their gods. And before long, rebellious Israelites were also making images of the false gods Moloch and Ræphan. This is why Amos chapter 5 verse 26 says, "And I quote, the star of your God, Ræphan, the images of them which ye made for yourselves." Psalm chapter 95 in the Brenton Septuagint translation is chapter 96 in the KJV. I'm going to read Psalm chapter 95 verse 5 in the Septuagint. It says, "For all the gods of the heathen are devils, but the Most High made the heavens." The gods of the heathen are devils. This confirms that Moloch and Ræphan are devils. For those who wish to research this devil for yourself, I have put the various spellings of the devil Ræphan on the screen. He's called Rempha, Rompha, and Ræphan. When our rebellious forefathers adopted the six-pointed star of Ræphan, they were signaling that they preferred to worship this devil instead of the Most High. This angered the Most High, and as a punishment, he carried them away into captivity. Nowadays, even while we are in the lands of our captivity, there are still rebellious Israelites who are committed to promoting the Star of Ræphan. Let's examine two of the most common excuses used by these rebellious Israelites. Excuse number one. In Amos chapter 5 verse 26, the word star does not really mean star as in the six-pointed star. Rather, it means a celebrity like Michael Jackson.
The star of your God.
That was Remphan. That was Chin. He was the star. Just like how Michael Jackson was a star.
You can't make this stuff up. Rebellious Israelites go to great length to circumvent the clear words of the Most High, and they genuinely think that they will get away with it. Let's turn to Ecclesiasticus, or Sirach in the Apocrypha, chapter 15, verses 18 to 20. That's Sirach chapter 15, verses 18 to 20. It reads thus: "For the wisdom of the Most High is great, and he is mighty in power, and beholdeth all things." This means he sees everything, and his eyes are upon them that fear him, and he knoweth every work of man. So the Most High knows what these rebellious Israelites are doing when they are promoting the six-pointed star of Ræphan. Verse 20. "He hath commanded no man to do wickedly." Promoting the six-pointed star of Ræphan is doing wickedly, and the Most High has commanded no man to do so. Neither has he given any man license to sin. The Most High did not give anyone license to promote the six-pointed star of Ræphan. Repent before it's too late. Our forefathers were taken into captivity for this sin, so it is foolish to think that it will go unpunished in these last days. Since these rebellious Israelites refuse to hearken to the words of the Most High, as clearly revealed in Amos chapter 5 verse 26, I will refer them to another book that reveals the nature of the six-pointed star of Ræphan, also known as Rempha or Rompha. On page 305 of the History and Practice of Magic by Paul Christian, we learn that witches and wizards often use a six-pointed star surrounded by letters composing the name Rempha. This is the same image that our wicked forefathers made to represent this devil. If you are an Israelite that wears the six-pointed star of Ræphan, the time has come to repent, return to the Most High only, and keep His commandments. Excuse number 2. Some Israelites claim that the six-pointed star is not really a star. Rather, it is a lily, a pomegranate, a honeycomb, a snowflake, and other things that are written off in the scriptures. Listen to this for yourself.
I can definitely tell you that this is not a star, and I can tell you what it is. It's a lily, it's a pomegranate, it's a honeycomb, all right? It's a snowflake, all of the things you can see written of in the scriptures.
As we can see, the rebellious Israelites that promote the six-pointed star of Ræphan have a long list of silly excuses to reject the clear words of the Most High as written in Amos chapter 5, verse 26. For them, the Star of Ræphan can be anything except their beloved six-pointed star. The deception is deep. There is absolutely nothing we can do for people who choose to lie to themselves. Our wicked forefathers who cling to the six-pointed star of this devil also made silly excuses for their rebellion against the Most High, and they were ultimately destroyed. A word to the wise is sufficient. Now let's learn about the so-called Star of David. In the Encyclopedia Britannica, under the heading Star of David, quote 1 says this: the symbol, which historically was not limited to use by Jews, was not limited to use by Jews, was not limited to use by Jews, originated in antiquity. When side by side with the five-pointed star, it served as a magical sign or as a decoration. The so-called Star of David predates the people that claim to be Jews. It originated in antiquity, and it is a magical sign. This is why it is used by witches and wizards. In the New World Encyclopedia, under the heading Star of David, quote 1 says this: while the exact origins of the symbol's relation to Jewish identity are unknown, in other words, no one knows why the people that are called Jewish decided to choose this for their identity. A popular folk story tells that the Star of David is literally modeled after the shield of the young Israelite warrior David, later to be King David. In order to save metal, the shield was not made of metal, but of leather spanned across the simplest frame that would hold the round shield. Two interlocking triangles. However, no reliable historical evidence for this alleged origin exists. No reliable historical evidence for this alleged origin exists. So the Star of David, so-called, is nothing but a popular folk story. Somebody made it up. There is no reliable historical evidence to support this made-up story because King David did not bear the image of the Star of Ræphan. Only wicked Israelites bore the star of that devil. King David was a righteous man who served the Most High only. That is why he wrote in Psalm chapter 95 that all the gods of the heathen, including the false god Ræphan, are devils. Yet Israelites have the audacity to associate King David with this abomination. Repent. Some Israelites have such low self-esteem that they are always looking to see what the oppressor is doing so they can do likewise. A few decades ago, the newly formed nation of Israel, not to be confused with the children of Israel, adopted the Star of Ræphan as their national symbol. However, what the oppressor chooses to do is not our concern. The children of Israel must not learn the ways of the oppressor. Even some of the children of Lucifer, which are the so-called white man, know that the Star of Ræphan is an ancient occultic image that was made and used by those who worshipped that abominable devil. Quote 2 in the New World Encyclopedia under the heading Star of David says this: some Orthodox Jewish groups, however, reject the use of the hexagram Star of David because of its association with magic and the occult, and they do not recognize it as a Jewish symbol. So although the nation of Israel adopted this star to represent them, some Jewish people want nothing to do with it because they know that it has absolutely nothing to do with King David and everything to do with magic and the occult. Quote 3 says, Jewish law links the Star of David symbol to the seal of Solomon, the magical signet ring used by King Solomon to control demons and spirits. Again, this is just a Jewish fable that was invented to try to link the Star of Ræphan to King David or King Solomon. The demonic Star of Ræphan is an abomination, and the righteous remnant of Israel must want nothing to do with anything that displeases the Most High. The children of Israel are waking up from our slumber and returning to the Most High. And in doing so, we must not look to the other nations for guidance. They did not work so hard to keep us asleep just so they could turn around and teach us the truth. Apart from the Star of David deception, I will present 6 more lies that we learned from the oppressor. And for each of these, I will put the link for a teaching that was designed to combat these lies. The links to these teachings will also be in the description of this video. Number 1. The oppressor taught us that the day begins in the night. The day is not the night, and the night is not the day. Yet Israelites are so bamboozled that many of our people still think that the day begins when it gets dark outside. Number 2. The oppressor taught us that the new moon is a tiny slither, whereas the scriptures reveal that the full moon is the new moon. Again, the scriptures scriptures reveal that the full moon is the new moon. Number 3, the oppressor taught us to eat abominable things such as chicken and ducks. The Most High gave us the dietary law, and it prohibits us from eating any abominable thing. This includes chickens and ducks. Number 4, the oppressor taught us that dogs are man's best friend, and that they should live in our houses, sleep in our beds, eat from our plates, and lick our babies' faces. On the contrary, it would have never occurred to our righteous forefathers to do such disgusting things. Abominable dogs do not belong in the houses of the holy people of the Most High. Number 5, the oppressor taught us that we must learn their made-up Hebrew language to truly understand the Holy Scriptures. The Most High said no such nonsense. We can learn and understand the Holy Scriptures in whatever language is available to us. And finally, number 6, the oppressor taught us to wear shoestrings on the hems of our clothing instead of teaching us the true meaning of fringes. As a result, there are Israelites walking around with weird-looking things hanging off their clothing and thinking that this was commanded by the Most High. The time has come for the children of Israel to reject the lies of the oppressor and to return to the Most High only and keep His commandments. In conclusion, rebellious Israelites who knowingly use and promote the diabolical Star of Ræphan while claiming that it is the Star of David will be destroyed. On the other hand, those who repent by throwing the piece of garbage in the trash where it belongs will find favor with the Most High, because by doing so they will demonstrate their allegiance to the Most High. Furthermore, Israelites who copy the foolish practices of the oppressor will be led to their destruction. Everything we need to return to the Most High can be found in the Holy Scriptures. The so-called Star of David is nowhere to be found in the Holy Scriptures. Therefore, we do not promote or use a Star of David. However, the Star of Ræphan is found in Amos chapter 5, verse 26. We do not need that abominable image. Leave it for the magicians, witches, pagans, and rebellious Israelites who hate the clear words of the Most High, as revealed in Amos chapter 5, verse 26. It's time to stop the Star of David madness and return to the Most High only with all our heart, mind, and soul. And with that I say, Salam.